Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. In this video today, we're going to discuss Thai police clearances in the specific context of U.S. immigration from the Kingdom of Thailand to the United States. In many of the cases that I deal with involving residents or citizens, specifically citizens mostly, of the Kingdom of Thailand, the issue of Thai police clearances is a ubiquitous topic. One thing that the U.S. Embassy is going to want in connection with, say, a K-1 visa, which is discussed at length in other videos on this channel, a K-3 visa or a U.S. marriage visa, one of the things the U.S. Embassy is going to want to see is what's called a Thai police clearance. It's basically a record of of a Thai national's interaction, essentially, or lack thereof, with law enforcement here in the kingdom. It's very much akin to an FBI background check from the United States. It basically goes through the National Police headquarters here, and they ascertain one's criminal history in the kingdom. In most cases I've ever dealt with, a clean police clearance, comes back pretty much clean. It comes back as essentially a no records found sort of check. In certain situations, there may be prior criminal activity or prior citations for things that are noted in the police clearance itself. There are other videos on this channel that discuss things like waivers of legal grounds of inadmissibility. Many waivers will be necessary in the aftermath of a finding in a Thai police background check that an individual or individuals have some form of criminal activity in their past. Just specifically with respect to this video, we're just talking about what the police background check is. As I've explained, it's sort of like an FBI background check. It's issued by the National Police headquarters here in Bangkok. The other thing to note is there are certain times that infractions in Thailand are noted that may or may not be considered infractions that result in a legal ground of inadmissibility pursuant to U.S. law. Most notably in the past, I found that regulatory citations in Thailand that may be noted on a police background check here in the kingdom does not constitute something that's going to be considered a legal ground of inadmissibility for purposes of U.S. visa issuance. So simply having a police background check that shows some form of past activity detrimental, or one that one may think is detrimental to their case, it's pretty advisable to go ahead and contact a professional to ascertain whether or not that background check is going to constitute a problem for U.S. visa processing. But that being said, if it is going to constitute a legal ground of inadmissibility, there are remedies pursuant to the Immigration and Nationality Act. Most notably, one of the most notable remedies is the I-601 waiver, or perhaps an I-212 waiver, sort of depending on, or a combination thereof, depending on one's past history. But that being said, the Thai police clearance itself, again, issued here in Bangkok by the National Police headquarters. And another thing to note, this may not only pertain to Thai nationals, as those who have lived in Thailand for a prolonged period of time, and that this is going to depend sort of on the specifics of a given case, but those who have lived in Thailand for a prolonged period of time may need a Thai background check, or I should say a Thai police clearance, for purposes of maybe immigrating to the United States. So let's say a third country national who's been living in Thailand for 3 years, they need to go ahead and get a Thai police clearance. That's going to be necessary for them to go to the United States. It should be noted that dealing with Thai police clearance issuance can be something of a documentary, let's say, hurdle. The National Police headquarters, these days at least, is requiring a fairly, not an exhaustive list of documents, but it's surmountable, certainly, but it's not the easiest thing to compile. It can be a little bit time consuming to go ahead and compile the dossier of precursor documents that they're going to want to go ahead and issue the police clearance. So it should be noted that perhaps it might not be a bad idea to go ahead and contact a legal professional before seeking the Thai police clearance. But please note, especially in matters pertaining to fiancé visas and marriage visas to the United States, if the beneficiary involved is a Thai citizen, it's going to be almost 100% guaranteed that they're going to want to see a Thai police clearance.